Man, episode 5, GTKE. We are here with special guest Lily Million.
What's up?
Let's go.
What's
Hey
number
guys.
5? You are the first female guest on the podcast,
Ooh,
man. How you feeling about that?
I feel good.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're going to get straight right into it. Where is Lily from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Word.
I was born in New York, Johnson City, but I grew up here, so I'm from here.
When did you move from New York to here?
When I was 10.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So none of that New York is with you no more?
I like New York, but I don't like it because the train system and all that stuff. They're fast over there, but it's just too many people. It's too much people for me.
Yeah, I've never
It's
been
too
there.
much,
It's
yeah.
fast paced.
It's very fast, yeah.
Going to your.
Hmm?
Do you go back to visit at all?
I went back 2 years ago and I got my bag stolen. I don't know how that happened, but
You got mugged?
But no. I think what I did was taking a selfie. Then my cousin forgot to tell me my bag, but my wallet wasn't in there. My wallet was in something that I purchased, so I didn't care. It was just like charger, a purse, and like some socks probably.
Okay, Lily. Talking about your name, what's your name and what's the?
Lily, it's like
Yeah.
a flower, and I think a million is like.
That's your real name, or is that your
Yeah, you can check my ID.
Word.
Wow.
Why does
Really?
everybody say that? It's like my Instagram name.
'Cause
That
it
is my
sounds-
real damn name. My
You
dad's
low-key
name.
got a stripper name. I ain't gonna cap. Lily Million.
Wait.
Your last name Million?
I was
Or
just gonna
Million?
say.
No, it's Million. My dad's first name is Million.
Word.
So in African culture, you know, we get the
Word.
last name. So
Okay.
it was like Lily Million. I was like, damn. Because I'm glad. I mean, he didn't give me an African name. He gave my
Yeah.
sister an African name and my brother.
So
but
when you say African, specifically, what type of African?
Ethiopian,
Okay.
Abisha, yeah, East
Shout out to
African.
Ethiopia.
Have you been to
Yeah.
Africa?
No, I'm going this year.
Word.
I've never been.
When?
Summer.
This summer?
Okay.
Passport
It's gonna be
game,
hot.
passport
It's
game.
gonna be hot as hell out
It
there.
is.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
You gonna be out
In
there
that
with the
injera,
lions.
right?
I'm be eating everything. I love food.
Injera's awesome.
So
You say
Lily,
injera?
you're a woman of many trades. Like, what exactly do you do? Because I see you with the managing, I see you promoting, and a couple other different things. What exactly? How would you describe your profession and what you do?
I mean, what I'm good at. Like, I'm a hustler. I like making money. So anything in my lane that's open and direct and that I'm good at, I'll do. So, like, we promoting, whether it's giving artists advice, you know what I'm saying, consulting them and stuff like that, getting paid for it, getting paid to travel, managing, promoting, that's all what I
So
do.
you do a little bit of everything then.
Event coordinating, all that stuff.
That's
you know?
what's up.
Networking with artists, too, getting features for artists, whether it's underground or someone that's already signed, stuff like that. So
What would be
that's-
your
yeah.
favorite that you would say that you like to do when it comes to this shit?
Ooh, connecting artists with artists, features.
So like middleman and shit.
That's where the big money's at. Yeah.
Word.
If they want a feature, I just
As in
This
like
much, yeah.
music?
yeah.
Like if you want a music feature,
Yeah.
you can get
like,
them on a track for this
back in the
much.
day.
That's actually how we met. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you feel me?
I would just DM artists, any artist, undergirl, and the art they get popping. I'd be like, hey, I'm good for like connecting you with people who want features. They're like, yeah, I fuck with that. Here's my number. Boom, just connect it.
Networking at its finest.
I love networking online. Like I was a big network back in the day when I had a clothing line called Ratchet Rich.
Ratchet
Word.
Rich?
So I
Yeah.
had a clothing line called Ratchet Rich. Yeah. So like.
Ratchet Rich?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
that's
crazy
dope.
name, right? But it would sell out at every concert. Like we'll bring it to like when YG did Tuda and Voodoo, like it would sell out.
Why'd you stop? Is it still going?
It stopped, so I sold it to a lady named Chastity. It became like an accessory line and stuff like that.
Wow.
So yeah, I kind of like fell back because I really started because RIP to my best friend, he committed suicide and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
damn.
I really
Rest
just
in
started
peace.
it for him. His name was Freddie E. He was like big on YouTube and stuff like that.
He's from Seattle or where?
Yeah, he's in Seattle. He yeah. So I started because of that, like for something good. Like he gave me kind of a drive to do something.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and then I just started like, hey, I want to go to these concerts, but I don't want to be regular. I don't want to go to the concerts regularly like that. I got something going, so let me just hit these artists up, see if they want shirts. Hit up artists. My biggest one was Drake.
Word.
No way.
Drake copped the shirt.
I gave him a shirt. He
You
didn't cop
get
the shirt.
okay.
Yeah, so I hit up his dad. I'm like, no one's gonna DM his dad.
That's smart.
Word.
So
He's
smart.
like, okay, like the Dennis Graham to his dad still
Yeah.
know him. So I'm like, okay, let me hit him up. Let me email him.
Yeah.
He's like, hit me with an email. I said, cool, okay, cool. I was like, what's your shirt size? I'll send you a shirt. He was like, it's right here, it's this. And I was like, he's like, or actually coming to Seattle. So I thought nothing of it. I was like, oh, they're coming to Seattle. He's probably gonna give me some tickets. I'm gonna go. He actually gave me like 4. He's like, how many tickets do you need? So I'm thinking they're tickets. Actually gave us passes. So I was like, oh shit.
Was this 2016 summer 16 tour?
Yes.
Yeah,
But this is the thing. I didn't meet Drake the first day. Like I wasn't like first like, oh, I gotta meet Drake. No. It was the third day that I met Drake. his dad's like, I'm gonna introduce you to my son. So I was like, okay.
How
well,
was
if his
Drake?
dad said that, huh?
How was he a dickhead or he was cool?
No,
How was
he
Drake
just
like?
asked
Yeah.
me a random ass question like, "What's there to do in Seattle?" I was like, "Ride the ferry." I don't know why I said that. I think I was high.
Hell
And I
no.
said, "Ride the
Yeah,
ferry."
But
I
that's
was like,
that is a
that's
thing out here
crazy.
though. Like
Yeah.
no cap, that's a
But
thing.
I was high
crazy.
though, and he was high
That's
too.
surreal.
So I was like,
Right or ferry?
"What do you mean? Why
Go
you
to
didn't ask
Space
me a
Needle?
question?" And you know damn well I just ate
He
this
wasn't
edible.
prepared.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Was that on footage anytime or it was just you just mingling
No,
doing your thing?
it was kind of private. I don't like to do that sometimes. So I was just like, okay, intimate moments are intimate moments because you don't
Yeah.
have stories like that. But
Nice.
I never came off like that with an artist. If I meet an artist, I just treat them how I treat anybody else. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. You just got money. You got a little something spunk to you, but that's just it. So I wasn't like, if I go to concerts, I'll just sit down and like observe because I don't know you like that. So if I don't know you, if I don't know your energy,
But come on, you're not like fans of any of these musicians.
the only person I'm a fan
Nigga,
of is
that's Drake.
Beyonce. No,
Right.
Beyonce. I cried at Beyonce concert actually. I did.
Wow.
I love Beyonce. Like Beyonce is like someone like, oh my god. But if it's a rapper, it's like,
You're not into rappers.
okay, like he's cool. Like I'll give him his prop because I'm the type of person. You're probably like, you're dope. Like you're filthy. I fuck with you. With your music, and that's it.
Okay.
Deuces. We're done. Other than that, it's not nothing else. Or just get a little fake for a little networking and stuff like that. And then if I tell him like, hey, I want to bring you out here to Seattle and do a hosting, I'll get in connection with the manager. I never talk to the artist directly. I always go
Really?
to the manager. Yeah, I just don't have because I'm not gonna see you. Like
The
I
artist
will
is
see you
busy.
when I pay you, but like I'm not gonna be friends with you. And that's where most people like fuck up the business relationship. They always like to talk to the artist or
No, the managers take care of the shit.
They do,
you
man.
mean?
It's business.
there
Oh,
is
yeah.
some underground artists that will talk to you that blow up.
Oh, right,
Like
right.
they're you hear their name.
Name some
and
names.
stuff. I mean, I remember when No Cap came out. I hit him up. And he responded like
He
was
going
dope.
crazy right now too. Like
He's
he
going
just dropped that new
crazy.
album or project.
Yeah, so not a lot of people knew him up here, I think, but like more down south, like
Yeah,
he was just
definitely.
a dope person. Or like 21 Herald. I heard his song in the club. I was like, hold up, Freako. It's called Freako, and I was like, who is the artist? So I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, okay, I got to hit him in DM. Like, let me just hit him and give him his props. But I was trying to get to him for that song with somebody on that feature. He was like, I already got Mulatto on it. So boom, Mulatto already came on. I was like, oh damn.
That's crazy how
Yeah.
you're able to like piece these pieces of the puzzle together,
Yeah.
and then like, do you make your money off top, or is it more so like just baked into the offer?
Sometimes it just depends. Like the commission. Like I'll be like, okay, if you want the connection, it's gonna be this much. Like I charge you for how much they charge. I'll be like, okay, let me be lenient on that person. If they tell me their story, like some artists will in my DM, like, oh, I don't have all this for funding. But sometimes if they need management, I will get down to business. But if it's like someone I believe in, I'm not gonna charge you necessarily, but I'm gonna charge you for a consultation fee. You know what I'm saying? So with artists in my DMs, like, oh, he literally, da-da-da. Like sometimes I don't even like managing like local artists. Like it's just too much.
Do you manage local artists?
I did, but I don't.
Not anymore?
I don't. It's not something I'm like, oh, I
much
used to
of a
love
headache.
it, but it's too much divaness and too much egos, and I'm like,
Out here in Seattle specifically.
yes, and it's just like they don't take directions, and the videos be the same, and it's just like it's
Man,
not,
I said the same shit.
In the videos, I wish I was like, why can't they be more creative,
Right.
But
Something
artists
fresh.
gotta understand they gotta spend money on themselves.
Exactly.
Right. You gotta
know,
invest
to-
in yourself.
You better play that part and
major
look
key.
that part. You gotta play the part to look the part to be the part.
Exactly.
That's why I tell artists, like, look, if you walking in a club, you better sell yourself. Network, not even network. Like out here, like there's not a lot of A&R stuff out here. Like, but they do come. Passion music, give it to the DJ. One thing about artists need to know, you need to make a connection with the DJ, because the DJ is spinning your stuff in the club.
Right.
So who's the hottest DJ out here? You gonna hit up who?
Bass Kid.
Bass Kid or J. Cole, and you gonna hit them up, and you gonna be like, hey, here's my music. Play this in the club. The ladies gonna love this.
For sure.
Slide them a little 20. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get your money
Is
back.
that, is
slide
that how
them
you
20.
get the DJ? Because I tried that
Yes.
before. I'm
Yes.
like,
That's real.
here's
Well,
some money.
Out here,
Right.
I ain't really, but I know in the A for sure. How much?
Yeah, you hit
yeah.
the 20
And all
out,
the strip
like,
clubs,
or like
nigga,
hit up like one of the artists, like,
Slide like 200. Like
yeah, like
200.
not even that much, like just off the love, like they fuck with you, like, hey, look, this is a bop right here, but get advice from a professional. Like some professionals be like some A&Rs, I'll DM them like, hey, what do you think about him? Oh, he's dope, but he needs a hit song. Does he have a hit song? I'll send him like all the songs, and I'll be like, I don't know. And, you know, it's crazy. Go get a songwriter. Like, you know, investors. There's a lot of songwriters.
And this is before like an artist gets any kind of notoriety. It's like you're listening like to the SoundCloud, you're listening to their
everything.
Apple Music. You're
And
like,
I'll be like, this is the bop.
So
This
what
is
do
the bop.
what do they qualify as a hit before you're on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they looking for? Are they looking as the music? Are you listening and like this song sounds like a hit, or does it look like a hit number wise?
The numbers and just like the numbers and the beat, of course, all the time. Like,
Yeah.
the beat's like lit. Yeah, if it's a song that's going viral on TikTok
Yeah,
and people are talking about you, because you want people to talk about you whether it's bad or good. Good exposure, bad exposure.
for
It
sure.
doesn't matter.
You want
it's
your
exposure.
name in their mouth.
You want
Right.
So if you're gonna drop a video that's fire that, you know, they're gonna look at initially. You're gonna look at like, okay, they different, but damn, they
Yeah.
sound good. You might not have to have all the numbers, but if you got the video right,
What's a fire video in your opinion?
man, like you see those videos like Lil Baby, Dirk, they be having to go in their videos like different symbol or,
Yeah.
or like something like a car, you know. All that girls, like I used to do videos. I used to have a modeling company, so guys used to get girls
okay.
for videos.
Perfect.
And I'm like, bro, they're dancing and they're shaking their ass in front of the car. Like, it's not,
It's the same,
it's not
yeah.
gonna,
Yeah.
you know, it's so limited. Like, get the girl in a dope ass costume, whether it's like, I don't know what theme, like let's say Pokemon theme or something like that. Something dope.
Something that stands
Right?
out.
Something catchy,
Something dope.
right.
And
I feel like Sai, your new shit's cold. Like it's different.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
He's not really rapping. It's just like it's like an energy thing. His new video. He ain't drop it
Yeah.
yet, but
and some rappers, West
different.
Coast rappers, they just stand in the kitchen. Of course, it goes viral. It probably go viral, but the song got to be like
Yeah.
something like I'm wake up to like I smoke my weed in the morning. You know, like I'm gonna go in the mirror. I'm gonna film myself. I'm gonna rap the song. You know what I'm saying? Like melodies. You know.
Yep.
So like yeah.
But I feel like that's like, you know what I mean? Unless you have some kind of clout or a name for yourself already, people are gonna like just bypass your music just because the numbers aren't there, you know?
Yeah. No. I'm not saying that. It's
Because
silly.
of popularity and shit.
Yeah. You could be popular and you can not be popular. Like no one knows you, and you'll probably get so much love in a different state. Like you go to Atlanta, everybody's supporting you, right?
man,
Whether if you live in Atlanta, they probably don't support that artist that lives in Atlanta. But look at the odds, Lil Baby, his whole hood supporting, everybody supporting him because that's Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 21 Herald's signed 21 Savage. Everybody's supporting him. At the end of the day, it's just like when I see up here, it's like everybody's
So you're
egos.
saying that we have to leave Seattle pretty much, like
Exactly.
You got to get outside of Seattle. You got to get outside of
Man.
like
You
your
gotta
that's
leave.
comfort
definitely the
zone.
glitch.
You
if
gotta
anything.
leave your city.
See,
Yeah.
I feel like Seattle's a dick riding place anywhere, or Washington in general. Like you gotta blow up somewhere
Oh.
else for they to fuck with you here. Like
They're gonna
you-
come back
yeah,
to you.
yeah.
You gonna get them phone calls and them DMs. You definitely gonna do that because I've seen that before. Like you gotta leave your city to and come back comfortable to your city. Like yes, I did it because I'm the type of
I did
person like
something.
someone said I can't do it, which no one ever said. But if someone said that, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna show you, cause like you're not gonna look at me in any way, judge me like, oh, she can't do it. But I always conquer everything I want to conquer, and
There you go.
Let's
just me.
backtrack a little bit. So how did you get into the promotion? Like what started you? How did that even come about? Like how did you know you can do it? You know what I'm saying?
So one day I was on Facebook, and a dude named LaFonte Joe had hit me up. I think he's in Spokane.
I know about
LaFonte Joe, right? So LaFonte Joe hit me up and he was like, look, I got this show. I forgot what show it was. He's like, look, I need you to sell tickets. Can you sell tickets? I'm like, yeah, I can sell tickets. But me, I was like a person, like, I know a lot of people in my connects. I just don't want to go sell tickets. Let me get to my little cousin and then he can go to like the hood or whatever, sell tickets. So he went to the hood, he sold all the tickets. I think it was like 100 tickets. Then boom, I got a call. I got a call out of nowhere. Like it was this guy named Papa Black. So like
I feel like I heard that
He's
name.
my brother
I
now.
I
Papa Black
definitely heard
Energy.
that name
He
too.
manages J Loud.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
yeah, that's my brother. So shout out to him.
Oh, that's crazy.
So he called me. He kind of scared me on the phone because I was like, "Who's this? Like, hey, can you move tickets?" Like that's how he called me. Could you move tickets? I was like, "Wait, hold up. Who?" No, he said, "Is this Luli?" And I was just like, "Yeah, who's this?" He's like, "Can you move tickets?" I was scared. I was like, "Who is this?" He's like, "LaFonte J gave me your number, LaFonte Joe." I said, "Yeah, I can sell tickets and whatever." When you first look at him, he looked intimidating. I'm like, "Oh my god, I have to sell these tickets," like, "Oh my god." He's a sweetheart though. Like, so I sold all the tickets. I think it was like it was a Nipsey.
Okay.
Word.
Nipsey when he first tooted and booted. I was like, all right, bet. And then I did Dirk next. Everybody from Yakima came out. Lil Dirk came out here. And then a guy from Portland I never met. So people started hitting me up. A guy from Portland, his name is Ethan. He went to Oregon State with a girl named Gemma Penn. She was dope. She worked at Nike, not Nike Factory, but the Nike library where they design shoes. he never met me. He just hit me up on Twitter. He's like, look, I'm gonna send you 100 tickets for Nipsey. It's gonna be at Nectar Lounge. I'm like, cool. So I had my job. I worked at UPS. I was like, okay. Like, I was all these tickets. I was like, all right, bet. So I gave them to my cousin. He went, sold it, came back, sold out. I'm smart, so I make commission off of each ticket like $5, whatever. He's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna connect you with Nips and all of them. Like, you're gonna meet them. So that's like when I met them, like, officially, like, their management and stuff, I was like, look, I want to book you one day. Like, I'm gonna open my own company. Like, I'm gonna book you, okay? So I manifested this back in the day. He's like, no, he's the most nicest person. Like, out of all artists, like, he was the most, like, humblest, like, nicest.
Wow.
Nipsey,
Wow.
he just greets you and talks to you, soft-spoken, very nice. And so I was like, okay, then, fast forward, Miami Fling, boom. We did the meet and greet I wanted to do an after party, but since, like, the shootings were happening at the concerts and stuff, the city wasn't having it. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I was like, it's cool.
What, you got to get permits and stuff for all that stuff?
Not necessarily. The venues don't want to lose their license. And then you get a big fine if you throw a party and something happens at your party. Okay, I knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, so you just want to be cautious and make sure everybody's safe, because I think his last concert, 2 people died or something like that.
At Nipsey shit out here?
At the Showbox, Showbox.
Yeah.
Every concert, there's always
No way.
I hear about this shit though. No
Okay.
cap.
Okay.
I heard
It's a
about
lot of
Travis
shit.
Scott, people dying there.
They went to Club Sir, and Club Sir does not do any hip hop anymore. It's a mixing club now.
Gotcha.
But YG and Nipsey came, and there was a shooting there, right? So I think someone died. And I locked the back room. I was eating the back room. I knew it was the VIP room, but I locked it after I heard what was going on, because, like, there ain't no one coming back here.
Wow.
So I'm eating back there, and they're like, open the door. I'm like, oops. I'm like, I'm sorry. So I open the door, and they're like, yeah, that shit was wild. I'm like, why are you guys pumped there to shoot? This is when they're young. So I'm like, there's people, people are dying out there. You guys, where they're from, whatever.
normal.
But Seattle, don't think about Seattle, because, hey, we got some
scary,
gangsters out here. But, and I just hate when people are like, oh, Seattle's not. I'm like, we are with the shit.
We were just
Okay.
talking about,
Right,
don't
we-
come
we-
out
we
here
just
thinking
out
it's
there.
sweet, because it's not,
Don't
my
think,
nigga. It's
because
really
not.
they just pout. Like,
we
it
went
just,
to a
you know?
BFB Pac-Man show. And
Yeah,
like,
she was there.
Okay,
Oh,
let me
you
tell
was there too?
I was in the
Oh,
section
shit.
when the Bad Girls Club broke out.
It was crazy up
Broke
there,
out in the
right?
section.
I don't even know
They
what
was fighting
happened.
over the fat nigga. That's what
Word,
they
that's
was
what
doing.
Straight up.
Yes, they were fighting over Pac-Man. Even though he's
Because
isn't he
they had a
married?
box of donuts up there.
I
and,
I
like,
sure had my homegirl grab
he
me a
probably
donut.
handed out the last one with a donut.
No.
That'd be so
Hey,
sick.
I had my homegirl grab me a donut. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was hungry, and then
I
that's when the
snatched
fight.
one of them motherfuckers too.
Someone
Like,
had-
no cap.
I was standing on the table. I just see me and bro just like, what the fuck is going on? We couldn't get out. The stairs is right there. So I'm gonna just record this shit. Fuck it.
But that's just Seattle groupie shit. Like,
Yeah.
we got the best groupies I heard out here. So it's
okay.
just like, they love it. The rappers love it out here. Hey, we love
Hey,
our
man,
women.
you gotta
How we?
get some groupies, man.
Speaking of
Yeah.
females, right? So like being a female promoter, is it any stigma that comes with that shit? Is it do you feel like it's like difficult in your lane being a female and a promoter out here in Seattle? Like what's the
female,
ups and downs of that?
It definitely is, but not on my watch. Like, I'm not to be played with. Like, you already see in my face. You can read my face card. Like, okay, because no one has ever tried me like that. But they probably tried me in a way like they'll like not blackball me, but like try to blackball me. Like, oh, you can't do an event here, or talk to the owner and say, oh, you're working with Lily? Well, she's trouble. Like, and the owners would tell me, and I'd be like, wow, because I just seen that person yesterday at my party. So they show love, but they talk behind your back. So little black balls with the DJs and stuff like that. It just be sickening, because
But
like,
because it's sick because they don't have that many clubs here that cater to our audience, right?
Not even
to
that.
hip hop and all that shit.
but we're doing it for the city. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it for competition. We are not in competition, and if you were, you wouldn't be in the race. So, like, I'm just saying, they wouldn't even be a race. Like, it's either JeanBee, B, or Papa Black.
So Lily, like, when it comes to hate, how do you deal with it? How do you look at that negativity?
Oh no, I just laugh. I travel and I laugh and I eat.
Just try-
I
try
just be
to-
calling
There's
John
no
B. I be
space
like,
in your head
"God."
for stuff like that.
John B be like, Lily, don't even worry about that. Like, I just be, he's just the calm one. And I be like, no, kick it with me for a week, you gonna be mean. Because I don't try to be mean, but like, when people take my kindness for weakness, it's kind of like, okay, I gotta show you one time, and then you're gonna humble yourself. Because I'm a really cool person, but then when things like that happen, I do have to, I'm gonna call him, and then he's gonna put my place. I'm like, look, just chill. Like, you're good. Because you know what? There's a time for everything.
Right.
There's a time when your season's
For
past.
sure.
There's a time when you gotta, God puts you like, map out a plan for you, basically.
Right.
Like, you need to sit for a while, because I'm gonna have something better for you. There's always
Yeah.
something better for everyone. That's why I always tell people, don't worry about stuff, because I used to stress about little things.
Right.
But then I took it upon myself. I'm like, you know what? Stress about what?
Right. Life's too
Because
short. Too short.
God
yeah,
doesn't make those
stress.
people win at the end of the day. You're not gonna win if you're wrong. Like you're just not gonna win.
Yeah, and like speaking on that point, like, you know, you said there's a time for everything, like, and I'm sure you just said that you're a very kind and sweethearted person, but you know, there's that other side of you as well.
Oh yeah.
Like, can you
That'll
recall
cut
any
the shit out of
instance?
nigga.
They
Yeah,
intimidated.
exactly. Like, can you
Stop
recall an
fucking with me.
instance to where you had to like turn up on somebody?
Oh yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. He was
Oh,
there.
shit.
He
What?
was there. I ain't gonna say no names, but he was there.
What?
And he looked.
Was it with an artist?
You gotta elaborate. on that.
It was with a manager. Okay.
Okay.
But
Of
you know,
artists.
no, it was just the manager of a club.
Okay.
So he, he's just thinking. I don't know. I just don't like people that don't be themselves.
Exactly.
I love authenticity. Like, you just be yourself,
Genuine.
authentic. I just love that. Like, be real with me, because you don't have to fake the funk with me. Like, I'm gonna treat everyone the same.
So
So-
Lily, talking about all this, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your 5-year plan?
5-year plan. I mean, I wanna open more Airbnbs. Like, I'm a money making person. Like,
Okay.
probably with a family. I don't know, married
Yeah.
somewhere. Like,
Are you single currently, or do you have a?
got
Yeah.
options.
Okay.
Touch on the dating pool in Seattle. Is this where you would want a nigga from?
Oh no.
No.
No. He didn't even know that. I can't do it. No, when I went to Atlanta, let me tell you, I was just like, because I got my own money at the end of the day. I don't even, but down there it's just Southern hospitality. Like, it's just like, oh my God, they treat your women with so much compassion. I'm like, what?
Right.
And they're looking at me like I'm getting all the time. They're like, no, baby, like it's good. But up here, it's just like, you got to take your wallet out. You got to, like, you asked me on a date. Now I got to take my wallet out.
That's crazy. At least go half. Why do you got to take your wallet out?
It's because sex work is so prominent out here. You know,
What the-
Yeah, I think so.
They're like
bitch
it's
is
so
selling pussy.
normalized. They're like,
Every bitch out here damn near selling pussy.
right, bro. You gotta ask her, like, are you
They selling
working?
pussy.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
No,
It can get that crazy.
No,
No,
cap though. No, you ain't lying, my nigga. You
No,
not lying.
I need a couple shots for this, man.
They got a whole coalition for them, like, you know what I mean? Save the sex workers, support your local sex worker. I'm like, where's my local sex worker
Right.
working at? Like,
Wait,
she's
she
down there by
working-
7-Eleven. Oh,
Or you
shit.
thought you
like-
met you a cool one.
She
She
on
like add me on
OnlyFans.
Snapchat. Like what?
Yeah.
Add you on Snapchat.
Right,
She
got
got a
an
whole
OnlyFans.
menu, pussy menu.
Linktree, just going
Anal
crazy.
for 500, regular sex for 200.
I say, if she got an
Yeah, bro,
OnlyFans,
what the fuck?
and she charging $10.99, then she gonna pay for it. Then she got an OnlyFans. I said she paid for it.
Yeah.
But but I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like treat my friends like when we go out to eat. Like I hate getting separate checks sometimes.
Okay.
Like no, if we go out to eat like in a group of 6,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's embarrassing. But I'll be like, or just everybody send me your cash at me, or
There you go. Right. Split
something
it
like
up.
that,
Split
you know.
wise.
But I don't like people that don't tip. So this is the thing. If your bill is $20, you got to tip. So you got to send me like 30.
But if the tip, I mean, if
15%?
the motherfucker rude as hell, she ain't getting shit.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
nigga.
no,
But the
no.
service
like
has
your
to be up
vibe,
to
homie.
par.
Yeah, that.
No, sometimes you're having a hard day at work and I think about
Yeah,
the
that's
hard
true.
day. So
Yeah,
I'll tip them like 20
but
bucks.
come on though, it's like post COVID, and like I feel like we all can agree that certain levels of
Don't
the
spit in
service
my food.
industry
Oh, this is
has
about
went
weight.
down. Like you'll be standing in line for like 20 minutes or something like that. Like, damn, I just needed a seat. Y'all ain't even fooling here. You know what I mean? It's just like
No real shit.
No,
we about to close.
I hate when it's
No
empty
tip,
in there and they acting like they busy. I'm like,
Right.
it's just me. Like, I just want some chicken wings. Like,
All right, fuck y'all on in here. What y'all doing?
that's
I'm
what
orders to
What's going
go
on in the
for
back
like.
out there? Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny. Y'all want to hear my song?
Oh, yeah.
What's-
Hell yeah.
Wait, you actually
It's
sing
on
or
TikTok.
rap?
No. It's when I wanted to be a rapper, but then,
How many years ago was this?
ooh, child. Oh man, it was like when I was like, I don't even know. When I was like 21 or 19, I think.
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
30? 92,
30?
92.
30?
Same here.
92. Oh, you 32?
Capricorn, yep.
Oh, Capricorn?
Yep. January
Cap
17th.
gang.
MLK Day. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Y'all
talk
both
about the
Caps?
song. Where'd you record it? Was it professional studio or someone's
no,
garage?
it was in Capitol Hill at
Cap Hill.
Cap Hill.
my cousin's ex-boyfriend's house, but it was her boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
See, they had broke up and he deleted my song, and I was like, "You're a hater."
Wow.
And we were still friends. I was like, "You're still a hater. Like, why would
Yeah,
you delete my
definitely
song? That's
hate.
a masterpiece."
Was it
Like,
legit though? Like on Pro Tools and all that?
You think you gonna blow up in the
he
song?
had that. Like, he could just-
delete.
On the
and
real.
everything. I was like, "I'm ready. Let's go."
Right.
Like, I had the voice for it, so I was like, "Why not? Why can't I rap?" He was like, "No, go for it." But it's hard to be a rapper because I had to come up with lines, and I didn't know what I was saying.
No,
So,
with
and
your network, you can. That's why you can do that shit. Like
I
you can do that.
Anything's
shit.
possible.
I
You
know.
can do that shit.
It's just hard because I have to come up with rhymes and stuff like that. It's like sound corny.
Get a writer, shit. I mean,
I
Yeah.
know.
Right, you were
It
just
feels like
saying
homework
that.
at the
I
end.
need a
know how to write, bro?
writer. You know what? I was telling
You know
someone
how to
I was a
write?
writer. You gonna write for me?
I think it's a lot of work.
You gotta
I
type
think
in.
it's a lot of work that goes into being an artist, you know.
Anybody can
No,
make a song.
female
Yeah.
artist is popping right now. She can really take this
Like
whole
Coy
Seattle shit
Leroy.
over if
What's
she
your
wanted
opinion
to.
on her? Coy
On who?
Leroy.
Coy
Oh,
Leroy.
Coyle. I
she's
love her.
popping, yeah.
When she came up here with Trippie Redd,
Talented, yeah.
I went to a Trippie Redd concert,
Okay.
and she was sitting out with an ice pack. I was looking at her. I was like, bro, that's not Coyle Leroy. And everything was like, who?
Yeah.
I said, Coy. And they're like, oh. I was like, I'm gonna go over there. I'm going to introduce myself, give a little picture or whatever, you know what I'm saying, networking and, you know, dip. Because she was dating Trippie Redd at the time, which Trippie Redd scares me.
He looks
I
a
don't
little
know what
scary.
it is. I couldn't even go in the room. Like, he looked like it was
His
a
sharp
good-
teeth, right? His sharp grills.
He looked at me. I think that's what it was. I was
Yeah.
like,
I'll bite you.
That's probably what it is.
I gotta go.
yeah.
Usually I stay after the concert and stuff
Yeah,
like that, but I was
yeah.
like,
Well, talking about pictures, for example, IG pictures. I saw a picture with you and Key Glock. Can you elaborate on that? Like that's a really like one of my favorite artists.
oh, that was in
Key
Atlanta.
Glock.
That was at we were there. It was Time Out Studios. It was some Time Out
Yeah.
Studios in Atlanta or
Do you
whatever.
have a relationship with Key Glock? Professional relationship?
Not him.
Okay.
His people.
His people.
So I
okay.
don't even talk to the artists stuff like that. You know,
Wow,
just people.
okay.
But he dated a friend. That,
Okay.
You know, whatever.
How'd you get into networking with his circle, his brand?
Oh, it was easy. Like
Yeah.
it was Dolph's people actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Dolph's people. You know.
Shout out Dolph, rest in
Yeah,
peace.
yeah.
right?
I would go to the
RP
concert every year. He would just plug it in, like, oh yeah, we come into
Wow.
town. I'm like, oh, hey, bet,
Yeah.
bet. But I would just like Key Lock and Dolph. They like, they know they're about their business.
Oh, for sure.
So you can't even see it
For
in their
sure.
face, like they, you know, like they about their business. Like,
Yeah.
who are you guys? Like, just types it. But it's cool though. But I always talk
Yeah.
to management. I don't try to like get into the artists like know you, I know you. Like no. It's just for professional.
Okay.
Like, you know. But Key Glock, he was at the Atlanta studio. He was sitting in his Lambo. His people had came in.
His yellow Lambo?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
friend had came in. I've never seen a lamp. So I was like, oh, this is lit. It stars in
Yeah.
here. Like,
Yeah.
it's lit.
It
Stars in here.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So me and Kiara were there, Keisha Day. She was there. She was recording in the studio. He's like, I'm assuming she's at Glock. We're like, okay, cool. And I was like, Glock.
That's
He was
great.
like, what's up?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you used to talk to my friend. That's what I always say.
Gotcha.
If I know, I'm like, he was like, who? And then I said the person's name. He's like, oh yeah.
Gotcha.
But I seen him again in Miami.
Okay.
But I was high as
When was this?
Oh, this is like last year, 2 years ago?
Last year. Oh, okay.
Or last year? I was in the studio and I got high as fuck.
Yeah. Just
Like,
chilling.
Rapper
like-
wig.
Just relaxed.
This was-
Stoned.
it was Gucci's weed, but I was talking shit. Like
Yeah. It was
when I was
Gucci's
smoking
weed?
it. I was talking shit when I was smoking. I was like, this ain't no weed. But listen, so you know when they get the nasty, it had a nasty like,
Aftertaste or
taste,
something?
right?
Yeah.
Definitely spiked that.
It's
shit.
Angel does homes.
Quickie knows all about that.
After 5 minutes later, I was like,
Hell
there was
no.
like, Lily, get up, be in the shot, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I stood up and I was like, my eyes were red. He's like, go to the back. Go to the back, get some air because the weed was just. But they shot a whole video outside with Key Glock and everything.
Wow.
I missed out on
Okay.
Keisha
So
Kior came. I missed it.
While we on the subject, how did you end up becoming Keisha's manager, which is Gucci Man's right artist?
Keisha
female-
Day?
Keisha
Yeah.
Day. I'm sorry.
I wasn't
did-
her manager at first, like a manager or booking agent at first. I wasn't that like I moved to Atlanta like 2 months prior, I think, and then you moved JeanBee like
Yeah.
May, June. He loved it. He was like, I got it down here.
Wow.
And then he became a video guy. I was like, okay. I didn't even know he did videos. I was just like,
Word.
he's quiet. So you have to she's a question mark. So yeah, I asked him questions. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he did the videos. He used to do videos for her, but she was like, just come down here because I think her previous manager, she didn't have a lot of network,
Gotcha.
so she couldn't bring something to the table. Like I have this person,
Yeah.
I have this person that can kind of connect it. Then I have this person,
Gotcha.
you know.
Okay.
So it was just like okay, it was good for me too. And then, you
She has
know,
a cool little buzz. I just saw a video, 1.1 million views.
she's
Just saw her
lit.
Previously,
I
yeah.
just
Yeah,
hearing
she's
her her music last night. The new music she just dropped because I haven't had time to listen to it. And I listened to it. I was like, oh, this shit is fire.
Okay.
She's talking her shit on that.
How long you been managing her for?
Not that long. I got
Okay.
sick. So I got
Yeah.
sick. So my eyesight, my vision,
Uh-oh.
my vision became bad. So when my vision became bad, like I had to come back to Seattle. And
What was the medical diagnosis of the
they did an MRI. It was a long story. It was a big,
glaucoma or something?
no, it was cataracts.
Oh, cataracts. Yeah, that
cataracts,
usually
sorry.
happens to older folks. I don't, yeah, it's
but
rare.
it just,
All I hear is like a verse like "Smoke till your eyes
Yeah.
get cataracts."
Right.
I asked someone that, and they were
What
like,
happened there? It's mostly caused by the sun, I think. If not mistaken.
Okay, so it was like the weather, weather change and all that stuff like that. But I fell down somewhere. I don't fucking know where I fell down from. I had woke up in the hospital. I couldn't talk for a month.
Wow.
You remember that? I couldn't talk. Yeah, I couldn't talk for a month. I can't even pronounce like sentence. It's embarrassing because you're in the street, you can't even talk.
Yeah.
Right. So I lost myself. Like I couldn't even why. Like it just. I'm like.
Now, saying you can't talk, were you trying, like, you can think you can talk, but
I was like,
when it came out, I was like,
and the nurse was looking at me like, I was like,
did you know you couldn't talk, or were you thinking you was talking?
I knew I couldn't talk. So I was like, damn, this is embarrassing. Okay, let me just chill out for a minute. I'm stressing, like, no, I can't be like this. I can't be like that.
Did you think it was over? Like, I'm like this forever?
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought.
Right?
That's what I thought.
Because your whole career is off networking and talking, right? So it's,
basically,
you can do it on a.
You could, but still.
I was embarrassed.
Yeah,
I was talking with my friends, and they said, like, Lily, like, there's something wrong with her. Like,
wow.
Oh my God, like, all my friends have pulled me aside, like, are you, bro, you need to go home.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you were like posted up in places and.
I would just like go to like my friend's house or like my brothers, and they were like, yo.
And you couldn't talk?
And I could talk, but I would just try to talk like
it wasn't coming out.
It wasn't coming out. It was like a baby. It's like you first talking like a toddler, like kind of like that. And then I snapped out of it.
Wow.
After 3 months, and then I was just like, okay.
God is good. I'm glad you snapped out.
Yeah, I had to get eye surgery in Seattle, and then I just had a surgery here last week. Now I'm getting another surgery here, and that was just better. So my vision's better now because before. I could not see. It was clouded. It was so cloudy. Like
the cataract.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so hard.
Yeah. I actually used to work at a cataract place for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, helping out with cataracts. So
it was so hard. Like I would cry. There was days I had to stay in the house for like 6 months. I couldn't take no flight. Yeah. Like I was depressed. I was like, oh my God, it's over. Like,
so
it's a big transition.
Yeah, and then I would help myself. Like there was no one like there to like, oh, okay, I got you. Like, but I got a meal prepper.
You got a good support circle, right?
I absolutely do. But the thing is, like, I think other people too. Like they have kids, like they have work.
They're busy. They got their own lives, right?
And I can manage. So I'm trying to get better. So what I would do is like get up in the morning, cardio.
And you were living in like Atlanta when this first started happening?
Yeah. So like I was with my friend Tati, and she was moving. So she was at a hotel, and then my eyes just started burning. And I was like, why is my eyes burning? So someone said put a tea bag on it. So I put a tea bag on it, and then it just started going narrow side. So I was like, oh,
allegedly
no.
The tea bag did it.
Yeah, I said no. I gotta go to Seattle. I gotta go to Seattle. I gotta hide out for a little bit. I gotta go in hiding.
What was your purpose of going to Seattle and getting the surgery, not there at Atlanta?
Oh, they have the best, and so Seattle has the best like medical.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying, and my medical is good here too. Because versus down there, it's gonna be like 50 G's.
Does UPS cover your medical coverage, or you pay?
Oh well, I used to work there when I was like 16. Okay. I work there nowhere. I don't work nowhere. Gotcha. The last job I had was, oh God. It was at a Americash restaurant. Like I had to wear a long dress. It was at a Americash restaurant. Yeah. So,
how long would you say that was?
Oh God! Like when I work, let me tell you something. I can't work for nobody.
Exactly. Like, you gotta be your own boss.
Shout out Rick Ross. Every job, it was TJ Maxx. It was Papa Murphy's. Like every boss would not want to fire me. I'm like, bro, fire me. Security. Security wouldn't fire me. He's like, when you gonna come back to work? I'm like, bro, I did not come for a host. I didn't go to. So I had to watch this construction site for like 2 months. I did not. I just signed in, signed out, and never went. Like I'm like. Until he finally caught up. He was like, you know what, Lily, I came by and you weren't at work. Yeah, I can't work for nobody.
So talking about that down the road, are you going to be staying here in Seattle, you think, or down the road?
Oh no, I love Seattle. I don't think I can live anywhere else, but I can travel. I love traveling. Yeah. Okay. So I travel to like Florida, Orlando.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to go down south, get a husband, move out here?
I had a dream actually. My husband's gonna be from the UK.
Hey, oh shit! I love those accents. Yeah. But anybody can learn. There's YouTube tutorials. You know. Anybody can learn.
I'm gonna get a man from the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I can't believe you met Drake. That's crazy. I've always wanted to meet Drake.
I thought I was gonna be like fanned out.
Did you meet Future too? Because I know they're collabing Summer 16.
I never met Future, but you know what? Future inspires me with his music. Lil Durk and Future. I always play their music. Yeah. It was like, that's all you listen to is Lil Durk. Yes.
You messing with the new album?
Oh, I don't like you. I just listened to it last night. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
No, give us some hot takes.
Give us a wild celebrity story.
Say what you don't like about it.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
A wild celebrity story? Oh, this is Oh, okay.
What's your wildest celebrity story that you got that just, you know?
There, that's a good question. Really good question. Think about it for a minute. I know you met a lot of celebrities.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wild. I mean, damn, I just don't want to put them on blast like that. Okay, it was nothing crazy. Like it was in.
You don't have to name them. You can just say it's a situation.
Seattle. I mean, it's just.
No, name them.
No, you can say where they're from, like Philly, Lil Uzi Vert. You know, something like that. You know, you know what I mean.
That's kind of subliminal. Yeah. She don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But fuck that. We.
Okay.
No. Just
I
explain
Raw
it
and
the way you can
uncut.
explain it.
Nothing crazy really happened. Okay, I'm trying to think. Oh God, it was from. They were from Atlanta. They were up here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at the
Outkast.
studio. No,
That's a good guess, though.
we're at the studio, and there was a lot of beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? But after 30 minutes later, they be drugged up and shit. Like these bitches start taking off their shoes and dancing, and these rappers are like regular. So they're regular. They're not regular, but they're acting regular. Like, oh my God, like they love them.
Yeah.
Because the girls are like beautiful, but they're just. I mean, someone was in the back room. You know what they usually do? Like I just like, oh my God.
What do they usually do?
They
'Cause
just
I don't
get down with the get down, sucking all that, everything. That they dropping panties.
You talking about orgies?
the females,
in
the females.
To the
back?
security. I was like, and then
Damn.
they,
okay. Ain't giving it up like that.
Wow.
yeah,
Busting down.
and
They're
then
trying to get on.
and the producer would come up to me and be like, you know what's going on back there? I'll be like, no, I'm over here eating because I always eat. Everybody learns all that food. And I'm like, no, I'm just making sure they're good. Like, is everything like good with them? Whatever they do, that's whatever you guys do after yours.
Right.
I'm just there. But this artist did, record a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, you're fucking
The
dope.
lifestyle is crazy.
Oh, it is crazy.
It's
I
crazy.
seen crazy like, shit, but it don't faze me because I'm not a follower. I don't do the stuff they do. So at the end of the day,
like
it's just
Respect. You're your own person.
it's just
Oh, yeah.
whatever. Like I be walking in and I'm like, what's that? Like
So who
Right.
was your favorite person to work with?
There you go.
There we go.
favorite person to work with.
Before that, sorry, I just have to ask this question.
It's us right now at the
GTKE
motherfucking podcast.
Lily, have you had an opportunity to work with Wiz?
Wiz, I did promoted a show,
Yeah.
but I never got to work. Oh, actually, cool
Yeah.
story. Thanks for reminding me because the rest in peace of my cousin Kristen. We was at Aston Manor.
No way.
We was Wiz Khalifa and who else came? It's the artist.
I remember that. Yeah.
Who's the
Saw
artist? The other one.
Chevy Woods.
Chevy Wiz. Yeah.
So A Boogie came on. In my bag now. In my bag
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin the only ones that know that song in the club. And we was like, oh my God, it's my song. We started jumping crazy. So Chevy and then Wiz was smoking on
Yeah.
the weed and they just gave it to us. They gave it to me and her.
Some
literally.
Khalifa Kush. You got a Khalifa Kush.
He was high as fuck.
That's
like,
equivalent
Of
to
course you
Snoop
were.
passing you the
We
blunt.
did that
Like,
in
Oh,
Las Vegas.
that's damn near the same
But
shit.
Lily, I thought you were sober though.
No. I had to do
Always
it.
eating, smoking.
No.
If Wiz or Snoop pass, you gotta get it, bro.
But I'm
Yeah,
not
we have
hit-
to.
I'm
Out
not
of
hitting the whole
respect.
blunt though.
Okay.
I gotta hit a whole blunt at
gonna be
home.
stoned
Whole joint
out
if
of
it's
your-
Wiz.
I gotta lock- I gotta lock the
doors.
No, I gotta lock the doors and I gotta hit a blunt because
No more
Okay.
locked doors.
Right,
No.
no more locked
No
doors.
more.
I think this year I recently started drinking, so like it wasn't like everybody was like, oh my God, you drink? Like you know how many snaps I got on my birthday?
So this year is your first time getting drunk. This year, you
Like
can say
getting
2016.
lit outside in public.
Okay.
I think to that we should do a little cheers and have a little sip of that rosé.
I need a chaser.
That bitch almost
I
gone.
need to
I mean,
chase
it's a little bit there. She got a host.
Yeah,
Zoop,
that is.
Shout out to John
Cheers,
B.
Lily. Yeah.
Oh, John B. You
We
Shout
need
out
John B up in
Yeah,
this. We need up in
yeah,
here.
we need John B. If you
all
guys
right.
want to do
This may have to
Yeah,
be the
let's-
transition.
let's-
Yeah.
come on, buddy.
Transitional.
And we got John B. on the GTKE podcast, man. What's happening,
It
bro?
was good.
Welcome, John.
Welcome.
What's up with you
Yes,
guys,
sir.
man?
Shit, man.
Glad
we
to be
vibing.
on here,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell
Kent,
yeah.
so you from
Same,
Kent?
baby. I love that.
Word. Okay.
Yeah. Kent Kangley born.
Yeah.
So your time at so go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say graduate Kent Meridian and all the stuff. You
Easy.
know,
What year, bro?
2016.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
23.
Oh,
I
shit,
ain't too
2016.
old. You feel
Okay.
me?
There it is, man.
So I might be the. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
always the youngest in the room everywhere I go, especially being a promoter.
Respect, man.
Living
Yeah.
in Atlanta, especially, everybody was 25 plus. You know?
How'd you get into promoting?
Honestly, it was when I was like, it was my 18th or 19th birthday. I want to say 18th, and I just threw a birthday party and ended up going crazy. I rented out. Did you guys ever hear about the old TLUs?
Yeah.
I heard of that spot.
Seattle Pacific University up there.
Yeah.
Right there, yeah.
I rented
Or
out
Seattle
the spot.
University.
And
Okay.
It held like 700 people. It was packed out, all the shit. Even out the door, like people couldn't even fit in there.
And that was
no
high
more.
school?
Nah, it was after I graduated, like 2
Okay.
years after I graduated.
Word.
It was
Okay.
2018.
Okay.
July.
2018. Okay.
It was Friday the 13th, 2018. So it was
Word.
like, it was
That's
Friday the
hard.
13th theme party. All
So
the
you had an artist and everything, kind of like sell out.
Nah, that one, it was just me, it was
Okay.
more like some because around that time, like Kent was getting hyped up, like, oh,
Yeah.
we called it the land. You know, we started everybody's calling it the land at the time. Type shit, you feel
Kent
me?
Washington.
And what's it called? So it was more like Kent themed. So everybody in Kent's promoting it. You know,
Okay,
like on some
perfect.
crazy shit. Now, not even 90% of those same people help me promote. You know, now it's basically me, the team, stuff like that. Back then, before everybody thinks it's a business, they're like, oh yeah, it's lit. You know, that type shit. You feel me? But yeah, ended up.
So are you saying once money got involved, shit changed?
Of course, shit always changes.
Yeah.
But people will support you until they realize, wait, I'm
wait
putting
a
money in
minute.
your pocket. I swear, I've had people, like, I don't want to tell you, I mean, I trap a little bit. I don't want to say it on the podcast, you feel me? But
It's all good.
like,
You got Molly?
huh?
You got Molly?
Nah, only weed.
We'll do outside the pod.
But you know them folks is watching.
How is the drill market, bro? With it being legalized and dispensaries and all
Wait,
that.
so what?
How is the
trap?
trapping for you?
I mean, see, that's how I got into throwing parties, was because I was trapping first. You feel me? So like, I knew hella people from trapping shit like that, and everybody just was coming to my shit. You know, just off.
You were the plug.
Yeah, just being the plug. You know, and I feel like that's what kind of like died down a little bit, moving to Atlanta and shit like that. You feel me? I still, you know, trap shit like that.
How long did you live in ATL for?
It was a year and a half.
Year and a half.
2 years.
Was it hard adjusting from the West Coast to the
transition?
what's that, the South? Yeah.
Nah, I loved it. It was from day one. Everybody was showing love, all the stuff, you know. And
Nice.
I'm cool. I'm talkative, especially we started drinking and shit like that. You know, I'm cool with everybody. So it was a good transition. Everybody fucked with me. It was good, especially being with Lily and Kira and them. And she had just got signed to Gucci Mane. You
now,
know,
did
so
you meet Lily in Atlanta, or you knew her from Seattle, and then y'all linked again?
We knew each other in Seattle, and then one day she was just like, it was a Tuesday, and she said Atlanta on Thursday. I said I'm coming. She was like, if you bring some shit, you know, and I'm like, I was like, shit. I was like, it's good. We can make it happen. And then we went out there, and then within the same week, she like Kara was signed to Gucci Mane, so she lived with some Fujiano, and we all in the.
Wow, crazy. That's a movie, bro.
That sounds like a fucking movie.
I don't want to just say the whole, you know, the whole shebang.
How'd you guys meet each other though originally?
Me and Lily.
Yeah.
I think I came because she was throwing parties before I started throwing parties. So I used to come there. Shit. You know, everybody's
similar mindsets.
Everybody's there about Miami Fling. You know, Lily.
Okay.
Right.
Miami Fling. Right.
Oh yeah. So one time we're at the studio. It was Patchwork Studios in Atlanta. It's like the main studio.
Yeah, Patchworks.
I'm just outside smoking, and he pulls up. You know, they pull up a couple Corvettes, all the stuff. You know, I'm not even. I know somebody, but I didn't know it was Zaytoven himself. You know,
where is that? Yeah.
So he come to the door. They gotta beep you in, all the shit, and he was like, "You got a lighter?" You know, I was like, "Yeah, let him use the lighter." I was like, "Yeah, his car's filthy, all the shit." You know, even when he did pull in, I'm recording and snapping me smoking. So I flipped the camera. Like, "Ooh, look at these cars."
That's crazy.
She come out. She's like, "You know, he was just outside smoking." I was like, "Nah, who is that?" She's like, "Zaytoven." I was like, "Oh,
crazy.
See, I didn't even know."
Shout out Zay.
You know, I ran into so many
That
people.
nigga to go, bro.
They had to tell me a few people because I'll run into some people. I'll hear the. If you tell me the name, I'll know. But like seeing them in person, it was just like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Who was in the elevator?
Rilo lived in the same apartment as Case today, so I used to see him all the time, like every couple of days. So you'll see him driving the thing.
Crazy.
The first day I did see him though, I'm walking to the door and I'm looking at him. I'm like, is that Rilo?
I know this guy,
and,
right?
You know, so I'm waiting for Kier to come let Case today.
Are they all short? They like 5'2",
5'2", 5'3". I swear, like I was the tallest person in Atlanta at some point.
Hey, we're looking up to you.
Exactly. I'm like, man, I thought you was older than me. Shit, you feel me? But
that's funny.
Yeah, so I come up to the door and he's just like, you need somebody to let you in? I was like, yeah. He let me in. We're going up the elevator together. And Kiera had a show in Alabama, so we was just about to leave to Alabama. I was just coming to her house to meet her, and he was like, oh, yeah. He's like, you should take our stuff down. I followed him on Instagram and never followed me back. I was like, you know, but, you know, I still used to see him every couple of days.
There you go.
Even one time, seeing Offset in the gas station.
Offset.
It was when Kiera was moving into those apartments that Ryla lived in. We had the U-Haul and everything. We're in the gas station looking bummy, like first thing in the morning, just moving clothes, stuff like that. You know, and we're just looking. It's like, is that Offset right there? You feel me? So
that's crazy.
That's just this is looking like on set. You know how the looking like just popping right there.
He got a fucking.
You pull up on him and say what's up. You pull up on him and say what's up.
No, I'm not that type of person.
I was just gonna ask you. Like we asked Lily. Like, has any artist that you work with had you like that you were a super fan of, and you were like, oh Gucci, shit, hey bro, sign this shit, like hey,
or just like tweaked out like, damn, I'm right here with
Gucci Mane was the most like hyped art, and Lil Uzi because I ended up doing some shit with Drew filmed and we shot the Corvette.
Oh, you shot that?
Drew shot it, but I was with him. I was driving the car while
he was recording.
Word.
So dope.
Lil Uzi was kind of popping because it's Lil Uzi.
Right.
I'm seeing him for the first time. He's hella cool in person. He's not all like
Also fly too.
But
Lil
Gucci Mane
Uzi.
was probably because he came with his wife. So it was like one time we went out for a weekend together. It was one time it was like a couple of us, but one day it was specifically just the two girls that got signed by Gucci, her manager, Gucci, and his wife and me. So it was like, damn, I'm sitting right next to the wall. I'm like, ooh,
That's
shit,
crazy.
you feel me?
Yeah, I'm in this shit.
What was the conversation like? Was it like like when you get in these rooms, what are they usually talking about? Are they talking about like,
Good question.
oh, look at my Instagram, or are they more like, I just moved $500 to this $5 million?
The regular people, right?
$5 billion.
Most of the time that I was around Gucci, it was like either a music video or in the club.
Working,
so like it wasn't
making art.
There wasn't much conversation besides getting in the club. When they're in Gucci, when he's in the club, he don't really say much. He'll probably be up there with Fujiano, Pusha Icy, they're up there popping that shit.
Sorry, John, this may be a dumb question, but was this fat Gucci or toned Gucci?
This is a year or two.
I just had to ask. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
It was crazy because the first time I did meet him, the first thing he said, I'm in the background. I pulled up with Kieran. He's like, I have my camera. He's like, who's the cameraman? And everybody's just looking. Everybody's looking at me. I'm like, damn, it's hella awkward. I was like, he about to kick me out because they're kicking everybody out and shit. And she's like, oh, that's my cameraman. He's like, don't record nothing, So I'm like, damn, But it was cool, That was our first little interaction. But
Yo, so JeanBee, like when you meet these dudes, like especially Gucci Mane, right? Like they're supposedly like these big street dudes. Do you get that vibe from like, hey, don't piss him off, or it can be up for me?
Like Big Boss Man. He
right. Hey, you better
flash out.
I don't even want to
cursed.
say this story, but man, one time we went to the club and somebody got in his section. He was like, man, I don't even want to say the story. You feel me? But he violated like a motherfucker though. He was like, who the fuck's this? I don't want to say, because I feel bad, but he violated the fuck out of her in front of everybody. He don't give a fuck. He'll even me when I first seen him, he's like, who the cameraman in front of everybody? I'm like, I thought he was finna, but he's the one person you gotta be like. Pusha Icy don't really talk to nobody. Fujiano's more the cool one that be interacting.
I met Gucci once behind stage.
No
he
way.
came out here. Yeah, he was. It was him, Meek Mills. They was at the Tacoma Dome.
Okay.
And we was behind the scenes and shit. It was just like a cool little.
How was
weekend.
that? Just okay.
Shook his hand and shit.
That was the one superstar because Gucci Mane always been it's 50 Cent first. Gucci Mane's number 2 type shit. So when we went to the club together, he came up, shook my hand. In my head, I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to tell my brother." I bet. After that, it wasn't like it's like everybody else see me. It's like I already met Gucci Mane, legend, shook him up, went to the club for a whole weekend, and we did a lot of stuff, from the WAPtoberfest. I was always there for a lot of the stuff. So after that, it was like everybody seemed pretty much regular at that point.
So you're pretty cool with Gucci then, you would say?
I mean, I don't want to make it seem like we're on some buddy. We shook hands, we went out, but we never. I was never the one. Oh, Gucci, this.
John, can you please show that bag? Can you just take that out? There it is, just for the camera one time.
Damn.
John,
JeanBee,
I just want to say it one time,
What's
bro.
that right there?
I gotta smell that, but I've never seen a bag like that in real life. I've only seen that on TV.
Word, no.
I've only seen that on YouTube, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out JeanBee, bro.
I don't want to say it like this, but I pick up from Asians. They don't tell me no name.
It's all good, bro.
But I tell you, somebody makes up the name to everything you smoke. Don't think, oh, this
that's
person don't know the name.
GTKE. Tell them that's that GTKE. We stamping it right here, bro. Live on the show.
Bro, look at this big ass nug right here, bro.
Come on, man.
John, can I get the bag? I'm gonna smell the bag.
Oh, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Big job.
John, I just want to say this is a dream come true, bro.
Bro, that's funny.
Man.
Yeah, and that's how I was getting connected with hella people because
With the weed.
Yeah, I always bring some weed out there type shit. Everybody in the studio need weed, shit like that. You feel me? So
that's how 2 Chainz was working his angle until he got on.
2 Chainz. Yeah,
this
he's cool with
right
Lil
here
Wayne.
was the biggest network. I'll go in my bag,
Just
pull the
selling
bag
weed.
out,
Weed, bro. Big weed,
bro. It's
exotic weed,
but bro, it's like it's so many people doing it. I mean, I guess it's a $1 billion energy. So like, I mean, $1 billion industry. So how do you make your money within that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's like anything. How could you be a podcast if there's a million other podcasts?
Sure. Right. You gotta be different.
You feel me? You gotta
very good.
And me, I ain't gonna lie. When I first started getting weed, I was from Kent, so going up to Linwood, I'm bringing shit. At the time, price was high, shit like that. And people
Linwood, they was eating it up, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I fuck with the Asians. They get all the shit for the low price, so it's like
they got all the drugs too, like low key.
Yeah, I was known for having the best shit and for the best price, so it was kind of like easy to build.
Shout out to the Asians, bro. One time for MB Nell. Have you ever met him?
Who?
MB No, Asian rapper.
I heard him.
Yeah, California, he's popping.
Yeah, nah, but
Don't
you know, and
say
they
okay.
tell everybody, and that's the thing, they tell everybody got weed. It's not like there's bad weed out there. So
Yeah.
you know, people think, oh, if I bring this down south,
Yeah.
it's all about the price.
Or are the
Anywhere you
cops
go-
tripping? Because I know it's not legal out there.
Yeah,
It's
the
certain
cops
spots,
tripping.
bro. But like I
Yeah.
said, like nigga, like
But
there's restaurants where you can smoke weed in.
That's-
You can
Yeah.
smoke
Yeah.
in damn near every
Hell-
restaurant. If you
right,
can
I was
smoke
saying,
hookah, you
hell
can
yeah.
smoke
Crazy.
weed type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
That's a vibe,
We
bro.
gotta go
like
to
no
ATL,
other.
bro.
We
I've
gotta go to
never been
ATL.
there.
Let's go.
Let's go this summer,
Wait,
guys.
y'all put the weed in the hookah? Like, do you do
No,
that shit?
no, you can roll a
nah,
blunt.
you
and
roll
smoke that
blunts,
shit.
smoke blunts.
So
And
convenient.
order
But
some
nobody
food.
put the weed in the hookah. Is that not a thing?
I mean,
I think it
that
burns
can
it
be
fast
serious.
or
when,
something.
yeah, when I was a little kid, I used
We'll
to
do
you
that
know,
after
they used
this.
to
I
do
think it
that
burns
shit,
it
but-
fast or some
yeah.
weird shit.
Like,
Somebody
just-
told me
It burns
yeah.
fast in the hookah. You
Yeah.
feel me? If you mix it with the shisha,
Yeah.
it'll get the weed wet. So
Yeah.
like you know,
Yeah.
over the time when you
Yeah.
smoking it, you'll get a little high.
John,
or
you ever met
whatever, but
Burner?
Okay.
Burner?
Shout out
nah.
Cookies. Okay, not yet.
Nah. You know,
Listen.
I don't shop at dispensaries. I only shop in the
Okay.
streets. Even if I don't
Gotcha.
have my
Oh,
own
really?
shit, to,
Okay.
you know, I'll go shop with.
I'm
my
finna
bro or
adopt that
something.
philosophy, bro. Like, man,
Yeah.
fuck dispensary. I'm
Yeah,
in the
what?
streets with it.
It started off in the street. I'll get the same shit or better shit from the streets than the
Okay.
dispensary. feel
There
me?
you go.
So, yeah.
At a discounted price.
So are you
Respect.
relocated back out here in Washington? Is now the stable?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could have stayed out there and did my shit, but honestly, I had a kid. I got a daughter now. She's
Okay.
7 months
There you
old.
go,
So
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey,
let me move back. I could do the
congratulations, bro.
same shit
Yeah.
I was doing out there out here.
Respect.
Low key,
And
same shit.
To me, I feel like, you know, even being around those people, even though, say, for example, I wasn't Gucci Mane's personal photographer, Uzi's personal photographer or something like that's like just even being around that, it's like,
Okay.
all right, I feel like I already made it to this point.
Yeah.
If I'm making the same amount of money, I'll go do this in
Okay.
Seattle. Seattle's way more popping. I say it to everybody, you feel me? Because
Yeah.
you go to the club and they tell everybody's too cool. Like
Yeah.
they're smoking, drinking,
Right.
you know, popping it in their section, but you can't walk up to somebody else's section
Right.
and go da-da-da-da, chop it up, shit
Right,
like
right,
that. In Seattle, I walk up to everybody. I'm in the club when I throw
what's
parties. I talk to everybody. You'll see me
Oh,
in
yeah.
6 different sections by the end of the
Yeah,
night. type
bro.
shit.
I
I
feel
like that,
you.
bro. I
Like,
like that.
I've been in that same situation where it's like I feel like Seattle might get a bad rap or something like that, but in like the club and shit like that, you can pretty much talk to anybody,
Yeah.
and everybody is like hospitable to a certain point.
But what's a bad rap in Seattle? If you think Seattle's bad, you can't even imagine ATL. Like, I've seen shit like people will talk shit about like stage, for example. There was a couple months ago a video, a girl getting fingered in the club. I've seen way worse than that shit. You won't even believe what I've seen in ATL. There, you know, I see crazy shit out there. You feel me?
Nah.
People, oh, it's ratchet. What do you think? Like, people out here, when they say ratchet, it's because there's a lot of black people there.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, oh, this place is ratchet, you go to ATL, everywhere is ratchet. There's more security, so you feel a little more safer, shit like that. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's the difference with people out here, you know? So when I do throw a party, I try to emphasize, oh, we got 15 security guards, all
There you go,
armed,
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Beware, right?
And
And that's the draw for people. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
we're
well,
gonna be safe.
Sometimes when I post the security shit, that shit will get more love than the actual flyer itself. You know, I'm like, shit. At least people, you know.
So
There
this,
you go. They
this is something I
acknowledge
want to ask both of you
That's
guys, right?
interesting.
Yeah.
We all know Seattle's this gym. What is it missing to make this shit go to the next level to be like the A and or the next A or bigger than the A or bigger than New York when they had they run in Cali when they had they run? What is it gonna take for Seattle or Washington to do this shit and take this shit to the next level?
I'll say two
In
things.
your opinion,
Support is the biggest one, and like the thing I feel like, so it plays hand in hand. Support and people having some kind of like money behind them type stuff. Like, for example, trying to be an artist, people think they could be an artist, but it's like a thing where, oh, if you're an artist, you can't have a job, for example. It's like
Right.
embarrassing. Oh, if you're a rapper, you can't be the top 3 rapper in Seattle and you got a job at Home Depot or something like that. You feel me?
But
But at the end of the day, you need money to make your shit happen.
for
'Cause
sure.
now you're coming up to me, a video guy.
Right.
Oh, bro, can you shoot me a video? But I only got,
right?
you know,
how much you
$200.
charge, bro, for a
Don't
video?
don't be beefing.
Like,
Doing that shit, that's what
Right.
there's a difference between it being that beef shit and then the nigga working a job. They gonna catch your ass lacking versus you just a nigga.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with working a job.
But look at Rick
there's
Ross.
nothing wrong
He
with-
was a security officer, and look where he is
right.
now.
There's nothing wrong with
So,
working
respect.
your angle, whether that's
Right.
whatever. However
I
you
worked
doing it.
jobs. Shit, I had 4
You
or
do
5
you.
jobs. If I had 3 jobs at one point
There you
before
go.
I, trying to stack up to get a car, shit
Yeah,
like
sure.
that. You feel me?
Wow.
It's all,
Wow.
It's
people,
the hustle.
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
you make your money, you go to the
Right.
club. I know people that work jobs that make way more money than trappers and people that come spend that money at the
Yeah.
club type shit. They just be chill, not trying to,
Right.
be
For
too
sure.
flashy. You feel me? But
JeanBee, like, how much investment should an artist have, you think, in order to pop?
thousands. Like, it take thousands, because at the end of the day, it's not. People think, oh, we're putting all this money behind this one song. I put $2,000 behind this one music video.
Yeah.
It might only get 2K views type
Right.
Right.
situation. You
Exactly.
feel me?
Marketing's a
You
big
gotta
thing
put
too. You
money
got
into the Google ads, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do a
Big-
podcast
big-
right
big
before.
gym.
I tell everybody,
Yeah.
if you're about to drop a mixtape or something, do a podcast right before.
Exactly.
Do an interview type shit. That's what real
Right.
artists do. anybody you see that's big, that's about to drop a mixtape or something, a song,
they go to
do
the
a
Breakfast
podcast.
Club.
And I want to say this. This is why we're doing what we're doing,
Exactly.
so the artists can come
blend
fuck with
together,
us.
right?
Before you guys drop that album, drop this video, come fuck with GTKE and come to the show. Let it be known what you guys is doing out here, because the region don't got that like that.
Right. A lot of people are cliquish.
And we
out
open.
here,
You feel me? So like we wide open, baby. So
work together.
Sometimes if you gotta pay for the podcast, shit, pay for the podcast. You know,
Right.
even beat like that's why I say thousands, because beats cost a couple $100, videos cost a couple $100,
Right.
the studio time
For
costs
sure.
a couple $100, like depending how long you want.
He was just
crazy,
asking
man.
like how much you charge for a music video.
I'll charge $300 to $500 depending who it is. When
Okay.
you know, so I ain't gonna lie. When I was in ATL, I did a couple things for free, you know, just to get my name.
Yeah,
out. That's
for
what
sure.
everybody does.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Exactly.
But
Respect.
out here, mainly it was $300 to $500. You know,
You crazy with the effects?
I try to do more.
Adobe After Effects?
Because I ain't gonna lie, when I was doing this stuff with Drew, he was kind of like showing me like, because he don't do all the crazy shit. He makes the videos just clean, like storyboard type of situation.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I was kind of aiming for,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
clean, crisp, just like, you know, like
Clarity.
Yeah, because I was trying to affect it, but I ain't gonna lie, there's a couple people out here that are filthy. You probably won't
You heard
even
of
know
Quick
them.
Salvo?
Who?
Quick Salvo?
No.
I heard he's popping. Who's that?
But like real,
That
you know,
nigga raw
like,
though.
real clip, Ghost Boys, shit like that.
Yeah,
They're
No,
like,
what's
with
so
the
cold?
edits, they be filthy. Like
Young
you know,
Tada, he popped. Like
Young
I think Lil
Tada,
Mosey kind of
yeah,
popped off because
he's filthy too. Like
But,
he got
yeah.
more of like the mix
He
of
is.
like the clean and the effects type.
Yeah,
of
he does,
situation,
he
you know,
does. I
like
was
real
listening
clip,
to
they
that
do
as well.
hella effects. Ghost
Yeah.
Boy, he does hella
Okay.
effects. So I was trying to keep it more like clean, like
Cinematic.
You need a professional, like pull up. You got the setup going. You know.
Yeah.
Plus, you
Then
got the resources, models, cars, whatever you need,
Yeah.
fog machine.
If you need girls,
You
like, I
gotta
can
know,
help you
bro.
find girls, shit like
Easy,
that. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
especially that's what I'm saying. Even money, like guys want girls in their video. No
It
good looking
costs.
girl
It
like
costs,
that
right.
is gonna come on there for
Right.
free. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
Nobody.
you definitely
Like,
gotta
come
pay
on,
for that
be
shit.
realistic.
Money,
Especially
Right.
if you're a nobody, not even trying to say it like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you can't-
100.
you can't expect.
I need
Yeah.
80 bad bitches in my
Man.
video, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
like-
wait a
Niggas see
minute.
my videos, be like, bro, I'm like, you gotta pay for this shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm paying for everything.
Budget.
I'll
And
pay $700 for lights.
And I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Yeah.
this is
Exactly.
Lights alone.
Yeah.
For one of my videos. You feel me?
one song you dropping almost 1,000 plus to 2,000 minimum. I
Yeah.
feel like any artist, because from the music video studio time, getting the video
Everything all
shot,
together, right?
getting your outfit, you know,
Yeah.
type of situation, getting the girl shit like that. It just depends
Yeah.
what you want and shit. Even a bottle costs $100.
There
If
it
you
is, right.
realistically, if you want
Right.
Casamigos in the video, you
For
feel
sure.
me?
There you go.
So-
Straight
Yeah,
up.
you know.
and people think, oh, I did it one time. Okay, this is about to pop.
It's like
And then-
over and over and
Yeah.
over and over.
You know, you got
again,
to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's consistent.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
some of these
That's
like
yeah.
that's the big part about having the record label behind you is they put that
Yeah,
money into.
exactly.
You know, they'll
They invest.
pay for 30K music.
Yeah.
You don't think
True.
you wonder how they get all this stuff. It's 30K. There's
Mm-hmm.
5 different people shooting the music video.
But that tests the artist to see how serious he is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
'Cause
Yeah.
even
You
like,
as a video dude can be more serious than the artist, and that's how
Yeah.
you see it. You
and,
feel
and
me?
I feel like that's how when I first started shooting videos before I went to LA, I used to hit up
Yeah.
hella people, all the top people in Seattle, like, oh, let me shoot you a video. Like, you don't even have to pay me. I'll just do it for you, you know, because it's
Networking,
when I'm
right.
first starting like that. But everybody was treating me like, oh, he's asking me, you know, like, nah, I'm
Do
good
you
type
see any
shit.
of them people that like made it, like
or double back on you.
Yeah, everybody doubles back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you,
Yeah.
even the people that, like, the main people that double back, like, they'll tell me, though, like, people straight up, like, bro,
I was
ain't gonna
sleeping
lie.
on you, bro.
I was sleeping on you, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, da-da-da, I
They
see everything
regret
you're doing, especially
Right.
this past couple months with all these artists coming out. Everybody's like, let me open up.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you asking me to open up? You ain't even pay, not pay me, promoting none of my shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I could do the plug, you feel me, if I really, really, really wanted to
Right,
type
right,
shit, but
right.
how could I even plug anybody?
You gotta show love to get love, right?
Yeah, and people would hit me like, don't even follow me. You know, I'll get the message request. They'll be like, oh, bro, let me perform at da-da-da-da. I'm like, you don't follow me. You ain't like none of this shit. You
Right.
know, it's like, that's why it's hard to
Mandatory
plug people
stuff.
in Seattle. I will work with anybody. I've worked with a lot of
Yeah.
people, you
Yeah.
know, but it's like the people in Seattle, like, there's this thing I just posted on my thing.
Niggas feel entitled, man. Like ain't no entitlement to this shit.
Yeah, I just posted a story. It was like,
Oh,
because this dude posted, he was like, people, DJs in Seattle won't post events they're paid for type shit. A couple, I ain't gonna name them names. A few people I paid, like, they're not posting a
Yeah.
flyer type shit. I'm like, bro, we got da-da-da-da coming out. This, you know, like, it's famous people. Like, this, shouldn't you want to post it? Like, I'm
Right.
thinking I'm helping certain people. I'm like, yeah, bro, when we do this, it's gonna go crazy. They're like, yeah. And then, like, at the time it's gone, nobody's posting. I'm like,
Do you think it's because it's like an urban event?
I think it's
Because I was saying this in another podcast. Like it's all white money really that's fueling even like the smallest hip hop acts and stuff like that. It's like predominantly Caucasian people fueling this shit. So they're
I
like,
pay for all my own shit though. We pay for, like,
Yeah.
we come out of pocket. That's why I'm saying, like, everything.
But like
we do
the
is,
venue owners and stuff like that, who owns those?
like the Indians and shit.
The
Straight
Indians,
up.
bro.
Oh,
Shout out to the
hey.
Indians
Hey,
one
we-
time.
hey, we-
You mean what?
we got the
No. Wait, what? The Indians own the venues?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like they'll be like the thing.
Bro.
I
People
can
usually
translate.
people think the
I
general
can
managers
translate.
are the club owners
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
but
what's up, bro.
they're
Yeah.
just the face of the club. You know, because
Yeah.
the people with the actual money don't know how to interact with the young
Exactly.
crowd,
Got
stuff
it.
like
Yeah.
that. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
and that was the big difference between ATL and
Indians.
Seattle.
Word.
I feel like everybody here is like there do be a little older, but everybody
Yeah.
in ATL is older, like
Okay.
25 to 30 plus type of situation.
Yeah.
So that's why I
Word.
feel like we get kind of
Yeah.
a different vibe down here.
Okay.
But at the same time, nobody like everybody wants to work, but everybody's too popping for
Right.
even themselves. Like for example,
Egos, big
like
time.
I'm telling you,
And
I'm
niggas
getting
ain't. Yeah.
I'm getting people on the on certain shit and
Yeah.
like they're not posting the flyer, and I'm like,
Gotcha.
like if you didn't want to do it, you should have just told me from the jump instead
Right,
of having
right.
me waste my time. Now I'm over here like, damn,
Wow.
we're 3 days away, and this nigga
Yeah.
finally, everybody
Faking.
pull up tomorrow type shit.
Right, last
Come
minute.
on, bro.
John, you pretty
Yeah.
busy with the videography right now, like in terms of
Right now,
clients?
I took a little break on the
Okay.
videography because out here it's like, one, people are lowballing, and
Yeah.
at the same time, like
Really?
nobody's like really like serious. So it's like to me,
Yeah.
I'm not like the few people that are hitting me up to work. They either want the deal or, bro,
Mhm.
like
Gotcha.
let's work together.
Okay.
Like let's come up together type
Okay.
of situation. I gave everybody a chance to come up
Yeah.
together when I was first coming up. I'm hitting people up like, bro, let me shoot you videos. Let me do
Right.
da type of situation.
Does your
you know?
passion reside in videography or? is
No,
your
I hate
passion-
it. I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie.
So what's your thing then? Like, what
It's
are
a
you
bag,
really
it's a
into?
quick bag.
I like throwing events because events
Yeah,
is like
events.
Yeah.
Okay.
you
You
put
bring
it
people together, bro,
Yeah, you put it together. You come, you have
Yeah.
fun. Everybody has a
Okay.
good ass time. You
Yeah.
know.
and you make
Listen,
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I get lit
Okay.
too. I'll be
Oh,
taking
yeah.
a couple shots at the event, shit like that.
Yeah.
But videos, it's like
That's
Yeah.
dope.
shooting the videos fun. When
Yeah.
you pull up, all the shit's fun.
Yeah.
Fucking
Editing
editing.
it is the worst
Yeah,
part
it
because
is,
yeah,
you
yeah.
sitting there, and me at the time I'm doing like 3-4 max in 1 month type of
Yeah.
situation. So I'm like,
Wow.
People have no
You know-
clue what goes on in the back burner.
Exactly.
Oh, I
yeah,
just
but
think
like
it's so
even,
easy,
even
right?
the 3-4 in 1 month is like too much because it's like, damn, like I'm still going. Especially when I lived in ATL, we're going out every day type
Yeah.
of situation.
Right.
Oh, something's going
You're
on.
busy.
Oh, we got to interview this.
You're
Can you
active.
pull up? Can you come take
Yeah.
these pictures?
Yeah.
And especially when it was like Keisha and she signed a Gucci. There's literally something every day. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, come pull up to this.
Wow.
Da, 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 da. Pictures you could get them out the way fast,
Right,
but
yeah.
videos is the thing that you got to sit there for hours
Yeah.
on. and
Yeah.
shit. And once it started getting bigger, I'm like, I can't even imagine being like a Drew filmed it or something.
Right,
like it's
right.
That's where you start hiring people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they did tell me though. They're like
You
hire
just shoot.
editors and shit.
I'm a video
Yeah.
nigga, bro. I know
Yeah.
the shit that goes
Mhm.
on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm still doing this shit, but I'm getting better. I'm a nigga that juggles a lot, so like
Yeah.
I just got good at, I guess, juggling all this shit in the sense like to where I'm able to. But it's
Yeah.
still a headache though.
The
you feel
thing
me?
that got me shooting videos though was I had this video guy. He used to record my parties when I first started shooting, but he'll take like a month to get my videos back, and he used to always tell me like, bro, I got hella shit going on, I'm just trying to get it done,
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody wants to see a recap video a month later to the
Yeah,
party that
yeah.
happened a month ago, especially if it's not no famous
Maybe
shit.
Yeah.
It's just regular
that
shit.
next
Yeah.
weekend or something like
Yeah,
that.
so I was like, I started telling people, okay, come record the party for me, I'll
Mm-hmm.
edit it myself type shit. After I started shooting video, I had to call my video guy back up and apologize to him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
I'm sorry, bro.
I see how this shit go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was
This
like,
shit
bro,
crazy.
is this my right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, I was like, man, I'm sorry, man. I was like, now that I know what it's like, I was
Right,
like,
right.
I know why I took you much. 'cause,
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
John, there are a lot of events coming this summer for Seattle.
What you got
Yeah.
going this summer?
We got a lot of people lined up that we like already
Okay.
ready to come out, stuff like that. The biggest part is the venues because there's only two places that let it's Mint Lounge and stage, and there's a lot of politics. I'm not gonna just talk about, but it's a lot of politics.
I would love
between
to hear, bro, because I only been to Mint Lounge a few times, but
It's
I'm
two,
fucking with it,
it's
bro.
two black clubs. You know how black people. Not even trying to say like this is how black people are. It's like instead of working together, we're working against each other. You feel me?
Competition?
Like I'm not in competition with nobody. I don't look at
But
nobody.
that's like how it's.
That's
You
how
sum it up
everybody-
to be
shit.
competition.
Yeah, and like
Right.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's where like some of the DJ stuff come into play. It's like politics. Like, I don't want to promote his stuff too much,
Yeah.
and these people are gonna think, oh, this is my, like, I
And
don't
it's two places?
there's only two. I'm telling
Yes,
you,
yeah.
everywhere else, like.
What?
Thus far, so far.
I
bro.
hit up
There's gonna be more,
Numos,
bro.
all those other places. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
so
hit
hard
them-
to get them.
Yeah, they don't respond or
That's
nothing. They
wild.
Get
don't-
them on
Yeah,
board.
they're-
You kind of got to be.
you gotta really have the connect. Like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting till the next thing that goes.
Yeah.
on. I'm about to pull up face to face and
Right.
like, who's the dude I need to talk to? So,
John, just curious, are you fully black? What's your background?
I'm African and French, so
African
both,
and-
both
okay.
my parents are from Africa,
Okay. Where in Africa? Ethiopia? Or
but I'm from the Ivory Coast, so
Okay.
that's West Africa.
What does that mean, though? Like,
Respect,
because you're
respect.
from Africa, but like, how many generations removed?
like my parents were both born in Africa.
There you go. Respect.
And they both met.
Your first
Because
generation.
Lily said the same thing. Like your
She's
parents are
Ethiopian.
African too, and they're like, so you're second generation.
Yeah.
You're second generation American, second generation.
But I lived in Africa for 3 years.
Wow.
You were born
How
there.
the fuck was that? Was that dope?
That's
I don't
crazy.
really remember too much of it, but I remember a lot of it because
Yeah.
it was from when I was 3 to 6. And
Respect,
I
man.
remember like more the schools, certain events
you
that
were
happened
young.
Yeah.
where our house was, how I looked around,
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Nice. Are you only a child, bro? You have siblings?
yeah, I have an older brother. He actually, my 8th grade year,
Yeah.
going into the freshman year, he moved to Africa. So, and he was supposed to come back the same summer, only go for a month, but he liked it so much. He was like,
He's
staying
out there
out
still
here.
to this
Nah,
day?
he came back my senior year,
Okay.
so he stayed
Okay.
4 years and was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, I'm ready to
Is
come
he in
back."
music as well, like you are?
He
in the music
helps with
industry?
promotion, shit
Okay,
like
that's
that. He's
what's up.
always out on my events, shit like
Easy,
that.
bro. What's his name, bro? Shout him out.
Albert.
Shout out Albert.
Shout out Albert, man.
Shout out Albert. Hell yeah.
That's my boy.
Cheers to that, bro.
He's my twin though. Like he's my older brother, but we tell everybody we're twins. We market ourselves as
Yeah.
twins. Like everybody in
Perfect.
the city thinks we're twins. And
Okay,
shit, but
okay. Love, man. Easy.
But we gonna we get into that mark, man.
Yeah.
Man, appreciate having both.
Don't
you
be
guys
pleasure,
on the
bro.
Yeah, hey,
Yep.
appreciate you,
Podcast.
John B.
Of course,
Appreciate
John
you,
Lily.
Lily.
Million.
Appreciate you
Lily.
guys having us. This is lit, man.
Lit as
Hell
fuck.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'd love to do it again for sure.
A lot of
man.
game on the podcast.
Yeah, a lot
man.
of game, a lot of gems drop.
Man,
GTKE
There's stories after
episode
stories. This is
5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My question to you guys is, what do you guys want to do after this? Hookah bar or bowling? What are you guys into?
what, like
I'm-
after this?
Yeah,
right now?
after this, we're just
Oh,
gonna
we
get
could go
into
shit
a little
anywhere.
hookah,
Get some-
bowling, both.
I'm with the shit.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo, the 5th
It is
of May.
Cinco de
So
Mayo,
Cinco de
bro.
Mayo.
that's it, guys.
Yeah, I heard that.
I was
shit
gonna
going
bring
on.
tacos, but I guess it don't count because
I ate
didn't
some
bring 'em.
earlier.
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna have some. I'm gonna have some later too.
I heard that shit going on at Million Lounge. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Milan
something
tonight.
to do, yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. I love, even though some
There
people,
it is.
I'll shout them out whenever. I
Yeah.
love everybody.
Shout out
So, man, I
Midland,
want to
so
work
it
with
is.
everybody. Especially
Positivity.
there's 2 places to work. It's not like I could go around
Yeah.
beefing with the one other
Yeah.
place.
If you
know,
just
to
bring them
work with
together
them.
somehow, you know what I mean?
Right.
Bring them
Because we
out,
did some
stay
shit.
together.
The Ruby Road shit we did was at Aura. So instead of doing it at Stage or Midland Lounge,
Yeah.
we did it at Aura.
Okay.
They said we
And
can't. do
Or's
that.
on one of them spots. Say Cheese TV did this shit.
Yeah,
I was there. I performed for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was cool. That's a cool little spot.
I got my nigga Mike on there, and he wasn't even 21 at the time, so they let
Yeah.
us just sneak in real quick.
Oh, for the Say
perform
Cheese
it.
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there. I did the.
Say
you know,
Cheese.
But yeah, and we did that Ruby Road
I
shit.
got an
It
interview
was
and all
lit.
that.
Even the day before Thanksgiving, we did something at Aura, and it was lit from
Oh, someone
all.
asked, are you guys doing another night at Aura? But Aura is just like an event thing that we do. We don't even do what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, regular.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the summer, man. All these.
Yeah,
events.
this
I'm gonna
summer.
come. I'm gonna pull up.
We're,
For sure.
we're
For sure,
gonna
for
get
sure.
this next venue locked
Oh,
in,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna
get it.
announce everything. I don't like to say names of shit we're about to do
Yeah.
because
No, for sure.
people.
Yeah.
We done said some shit. And next thing you know, this person's
Exactly.
coming out.
Yeah.
you
no,
know?
Yeah,
respect.
try to check
I
the whole
appreciate.
swag.
I
Nah,
appreciate you
nah,
guys.
nah,
What you
nah,
guys
nah.
doing? And thank you for
Yeah.
everything you guys are doing for the
Yeah, of
community and
GTKE.
Seattle. Man, so.
Yeah,
Get to
of
know
course.
him.
That's what we say. It's
podcast.
for the city. Like it's like
Exactly. Exactly.
we throwing events, bringing famous people out here. You guys are rappers. You guys should want to be there. type of
Exactly.
No,
situation.
no.
I'm glad
For
we're plugged
sure.
in now.
Yeah.
We're plugged
Niggas
in.
need that in the area. Like I don't get, as a rap, they don't get the full big. They don't see the whole board. You know what I'm saying? You guys get to see the board. We see the board.
Because
As
some
a-
people
they don't
think
see
they're
the
coming
board.
to support us. I'm like,
Right,
no, you're
right.
coming to meet some people.
Right,
like,
Network.
especially
Network,
if
right.
you asking for support on the internet, you better be pulling up in person, talking to some people, meeting some
Yeah.
people.
I'm
Hopefully, get the
telling
you.
chance
Show your
of
face, right.
say, even if you do get a picture with one of the famous people we bring, type of situation, post it. You know,
Exactly.
people that don't know how you got that picture, don't think, oh, that nigga was in there connecting somehow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
Man,
Exactly.
yeah.
it's my favorite episode, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Shout
let's
out.
get it,
It's
man.
Double whammy.
Double whammy, man.
Get it.
Episode 5, we did that.
GTKE. Stop babysitting that drink.
Let's go. Stop, baby. She got the shit full as hell.
I
Girl,
might
you better drink that
for her
shit.
Hot Cheetos. Shout out Benito one time.